So basically if you watch this, you'll be like, why are you showing us how to dye brown hair? It's very simple, you just put the brown on. Not the case if you've got bleach blonde hair, because when you dyed your hair blonde, basically it's just stripped all the pigments out of it, so it's like nothing there. And your hair has got a natural red tint in it. So I've been reading online, and what keeps coming up is that if you put a reddish colour on your hair, it will help for the brown hair dye to actually take and stick. I don't know what happens to my hair when I put brown onto blonde. It goes a gingery colour, and it's not after a few washes, it is literally after the first wash. I will try to show you. If you can see, it's like this part of my hair, like a very, it looks like brown but it's actually ginger. You see it normally. And that's because when I had my fringe bleached and then I put a brown on it, it went straight like that. And I've put a brown on it twice now and it just keeps going back to that colour, so hopefully this time it will work with the red colour. Okay, so now that I look a bit of a puffball and yeah, my hair's very parted with, it's time to do it. The first colour I'm putting on is this one. It's just a brown with red bits in it, so hopefully that'll help the colour stick a bit more. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, this is the colour it's when. It's very, very red on top because that's when my hair was more very white colour compared to the bottom, which is quite a lot darker. Hopefully having this red on is going to help with putting the brown on and actually keeping it there. So yeah, fingers crossed. I'm using Garnier, just deep brown. Yeah, see how this one goes. I'm using Garnier, just deep brown. Yeah, see how this one goes. Hey, so as you can see, my hair is very different compared to what it was a few weeks ago. And that's because I decided to go all back brown and get rid of the half hair. I did love having half hair, but it was quite a pain. My hair does grow quite fast, so obviously on the blonde part, my roots keep coming through really fast. For some reason, my roots were coming through really dark, even though I'm naturally quite light. So obviously it was like brown to here, and then it was just like blonde. It looked quite dodgy. Also, it didn't look in very good condition, and I know that was because I bleached it a few times, and also I did go from very dark, almost black dyed hair to bleached blonde, and obviously that is not good for your hair. So my hair was in very shit condition, and you could tell like it was starting to look very dry, very split ends. So obviously I didn't like that very much, so I was like, I think it's time to go all back brown. This is probably as natural as most people is going to see me. I know brown isn't my natural hair colour, but most people think it is, so let's just go with that. I can see like a few red tints in this side of my hair, but I'm so happy that they look almost very similar. That was something I was scared of when I was going to dye all back brown, because I was thinking like, oh my god, what if they don't match, what if they're different browns, what if they turn different shades, and it will just look like I've still got half hair, but not a very good one. So that was something I was worried about, but I am so glad that they look almost the same anyway. If you're trying to go back from blonde to brown, I will say, you know, either get a filler, which in the UK are quite hard to find. I haven't seen any actually, and the only ones I could get were like online, and they were quite expensive, so I was like, oh. So I was trying to look for other alternatives. I kept reading long as something has red in it if you're putting red back into your hair, because obviously when you've bleached your hair, it's taking all them pigments away, and you need to sort of put them back in. Either buy a filler, you can get them offline if you live in the UK. Either get a dye with orange in it or a dye with red in it. No, I did the red one because I wanted to go quite dark. And then just get whatever colour brown you want and put that over top, and then hope that it works. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see this ugly one again, subscribe down there. Bye.